Following back-to-back wins, Nick Toth and his North Ranger football team go up against Chardon's vaunted and prolific wing T offense in the Premier Athletic Conference opener for both schools. And we have it for you next on Comcast.
The game of the week is brought to you by Lake Hospital System, a leader in sports medicine. Call the 24/7 Sports Injury Hotline for expert advice and a next-day appointment with a sports medicine physician. Lake Hospital System, good call. By Menor Kia, whether looking for a price quote or searching for a new or used vehicle, Menor Kia's professional staff is ready to provide you with all the help you need. Menor Kia, where the customers are top priority. By Clements Construction, quality home improvement specialist. Call Mike Clements for your remodeling or repair needs. By the Kimberly Group, Prudential Select Properties. If you're thinking of selling your home or purchasing a new one, let the Kimberly Group do it for you. By Mama Roberto's, authentic Italian restaurant, home of the Pizza King and largest portions in Lake County. By College Prospects of America, the world's largest marketing organization for high school athletes, working with high school kids in 28 different boys and girls sports. Call Gary Kadow, 440-350-1937, or visit his website, cpoacleveland.net. By Clark Dodge, your 5-star Dodge dealer with fast credit approval, specializing in new Dodges, including the Caravan, Durango, and the 2006 Charger. By Titans Gym, Fitness and Tanning. Open 24 hours, Titans features state-of-the-art equipment with free weights, machines, cardio. Train with the best, forget the rest. By Jostens, area representatives Bill James and Rich Kurbis have 45 years of combined experience working with local high schools and students. By American Midwest Mortgage and Brian Morganti. Brian has more than 500 loan programs available to fit your unique borrowing requirements, and he'll guarantee the best rates and lowest closing costs on the market today. By Security Self-Storage. Feel crowded at home or need to expand your office space? Give yourself more room at Security Self-Storage. And by Musser Chiropractic Center, Lake County's premier natural health center, specializing in chiropractic care, clinical nutrition, and rehabilitation, helping you achieve your health goals naturally. Now let's head down to the field and join Jeff Morganti for the Musser Chiropractic Center pregame show.
From Nick Carter Stadium in Eastlake on the campus of North High School is Comcast High School Football, a presentation of Scholastic Sports. Beautiful autumnal night, ladies and gentlemen, for football. And we've got a great football game in store for you. The lid lifter for the Premier Athletic Conference. We're going to talk about it momentarily. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Morganti. You're locked into the Musser Chiropractic Center pregame show. We've got two Premier Athletic Conference teams playing for the first time in conference play. Both teams are 3-2, the host North Rangers and the visiting Chardon Hilltoppers. Both teams last week scoring lots of points, 60+ to be exact. But it's a matter of who's going to be able to shut down who tonight, because Bobby Doyle and John Ross, the quarterbacks in this wing T offense, can be a pretty difficult load for this North Ranger defense. And here to talk about it with me, Mark Tromba. And Mark, here's a team of the Hilltoppers that last year ran away with this game, 47-14. They ran for 507 yards a year ago. And 2 years ago was a 42-13 game here at Nick Carter Stadium. So it's a matter of stopping the big play.
There's no secret to what Chardon does. They love to run the football. They love to do so behind that big offensive line led by Matt Hochberg, 290 pounds. I mean, Coach and I can probably run behind that kid, but there's no secret. It's the wing T offense. You run it to perfection, and you have the horses up front. You've got the running game with Ross now following in the footsteps last year of the quarterback for Chardon. And also, I mean, you look at Bobby Doyle. He put up some big numbers last year, and as long as they could do that again tonight, they're going to be dangerous.
That's a dynamic 1-2 punch. You got the quarterback in Ross, you got the running back in Doyle. Doyle's also played some quarterback, but we'll see if that happens tonight. But both those two combined, 1,009 yards and 13 of the 20 touchdowns for Chardon. Pretty potent. North, on the other hand, though, has finished in second place 3 times in the Premier Athletic Conference, and the pivotal game is usually the first game in conference play against Chardon.
And you know what? I mean, last year, North was red hot to start the season, and then that last half of the year, once they got into conference play, a little tougher against the Chardons, the Madisons. But I'll tell you what, don't count this North team out. They can throw the football. Chardon doesn't face much passing in practice because they only throw 8 to 10 times per ball game.
And Coach DePofai says he is throwing the ball a little bit more. Mitch Weisbarth can throw it for North, rest assured. A couple of weeks ago, Nick Toth unveiled in one of his ball games a spread offense. It was an offense that they had practiced last season, an offense they had practiced during the summer, so they can run it and they can throw it in space. Let's bring in our color analyst tonight, former North coach, Terry Hurley. And Terry, good to see you. Let's talk a little bit about how difficult this wing tee is to defend, especially when you're in a spread formation.
Well, that's going to be very tough. First of all, the key is, though, if they have certain assignments and they need to make sure that they do their assignments. If they each do their own assignments, they have a real opportunity here to pull an upset. But I have to tell you, if they start chasing, they'll come back with the counters, they'll come back with a reverse, and it'll be a big play. And North has to eliminate the big play to be in the ball game.
Terry, you've seen Chardon football over the last couple of years, and I'm sure you've followed it within the last 10 when Chardon made their state championship run. And Coach Doyle defines Bobby Doyle as a running back that has innate cutting ability in the open field and up on the line. How difficult is it to try to defend someone who's got such innate cutting ability when he breaks the hole?
The key with him is you need to be sure you're under control and you have your weight underneath you. If you leave your feet, he's going to make a move. He's going to put his straight arm out, and you're going to miss him. So they have to stay on their feet, tackle him high. If they try to tackle him low, he's so elusive, he'll break the tackle and he'll be gone. So they're going to have to tackle him high.
Jim DePofai of Chardon speaks volumes of North offensively and defensively. Rangers started off losing 2 of their first 3 games, but they've come back, they've won their last 2, and it's just a matter of Coach DePofai knowing that North is going to show a lot of looks defensively. Can that baffle the wing tee offense?
Yes, it can baffle it, but they're so sound. They have to play position football tonight. If North plays position football, stays at home and tackles effectively, they'll be in the ball game. But if, like last year, if they get in position and they don't make the tackle, there are going to be some big plays, and unfortunately, then you come out on the short end.
We're going to hear from both coaches coming up soon in our coaches interview segment when the Musser Chiropractic Center pregame show continues. But we'd like to mention to you that Scholastic Sports and Comcast are bringing you more high school football, and we're doing so every Monday night at the Avenue Grill for Comcast High School Football Monday night. We talk high school football with area high school coaches and players. We do so. We tape that show between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And on Monday night, October 3rd, North High School coach Nick Toth will recap this game and preview the Rangers game with South next week. That'll be a Comcast game of the week. Also, Coach Duffy will join us, as will Lake Catholic coach Mike Bell. That's the high school football Monday night show at the Avenue Grill. We're going to step away. When we come back, you'll hear from both coaches when the high school football game of the week on Comcast. The presentation of Scholastic Sports continues right after this timeout.
Off your game, and down you go. Then what? Should you use ice or heat? Go to the ER or tough it out. When you suffer a sports injury, call Lake Hospital System's 24/7 Sports Injury Hotline. Our sports medicine advisor will tell you whether you should treat the injury yourself, go to the ER, or see your doctor. If you don't have a doctor, the advisor will arrange a next-day appointment with a physician in our sports medicine network. The doctor will get you back in the game fast, because we know the last place you want to be is on the bench. That's what I'm talking about.
Since 1962, Clark Automotive has been giving Northeast Ohio a wide selection of vehicles at the low prices you want. From the first kickoff to the final touchdown, Clark Dodge offers excellent value and quality service. Come shop our huge selection for great deals on new Dodges and quality pre-owned vehicles. In the spirit of football, Clark Dodge in Mentor wishes all the teams in Lake County a great season. Clark Dodge, 1 mile west of the Mentor Mall, or visit clarkdodge.com.
Many Italian eateries in Lake County for you to choose from, but none compare to Mama Roberto's, located at 8658 Menor Avenue in the Village Shopping Plaza. Mama Roberto's is family-owned and feature your favorite Italian food, including their house specialties, veal and chicken. And don't forget the best pizza in Lake County. Mama Roberto's has full catering and delivery service for your parties. They also support and feed area high school sports teams. They're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. That's Mama Roberto's, home of the Pizza King and the largest portions in Lake County.
If price, safety, and warranty are at the top of your shopping list, pay attention to this very important message. This week, only at Mentor Kia, choose from a special factory purchase of 05 Kia Sedona minivans for just $14,980. And the payments are only $239 a month after a $1 down payment. That's a 7-passenger minivan for under $15,000 with only $1 down. Plus, the Kia Sedona has the government's highest 5-star safety rating. Mentor Kia, 9090 Mentor Avenue.
Finally, there's a state-of-the-art storage facility to fit your every need. Security Self-Storage. Feeling crowded at home? Give yourself more room by storing your household and seasonal items at Security Self-Storage. Need to expand your office space? Security Self-Storage offers a climate-controlled environment with easy access every day of the year. Deliveries are accepted, and courtesy access to phone, fax, and copier is available. Call the area's finest self-storage facilities, where customer service is the top priority. Security Self-Storage.
Many high school athletes dream of playing in college but are never recruited. College Prospects of America can help. CPOA is highly regarded worldwide and is your best way to connect with college coaches. Since 1986, College Prospects of America has helped male and female student athletes in 26 different sports who have the grades, talent, and desire to find that collegiate opportunity. Call Area Director Gary Kadow at 440-350-1937 or visit his website at www.cpoacleveland.net.
A healthy spine increases your strength, impacts your immune system, and improves your health. We have their eyes checked, and we have their ears checked. We have their teeth checked. We owe it to our children to have their spines checked. Correct small problems before they become big problems at Musser Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Musser Chiropractic Center pregame show. Mark Trombo along with Coach DePofi of the Chardon Hilltoppers. Coach, you come in 3-2 on the year. Losses to Kinston, losses to Massillon, but overall, how would you rate the first 5?
Well, so far so good. I mean, we're a younger team, but we're playing really hard, and Massillon's just a tremendous football team.
Coach, you had John Bell at quarterback the last few years, and we enjoyed watching him. And, of course, now you have a junior in John Ross leading the team in rushing. It seems like he's following right in Ross's or in Bell's footsteps.
Yeah, he's a good football player. I mean, he's learned a lot from John, and I enjoyed watching John too, believe me.
How about running? I mean, the running game, obviously the bread and butter for the Chardon football team for years. Bobby Doyle and, of course, Ross, that provides a pretty good 1-2 punch.
Always will be our bread and butter, never going to change. We just think that makes you, it defines you. And, yeah, Bobby's a tremendous kid, and Ross has really been very impressive.
Coach, what makes it so difficult to defend the wing T offense?
Well, if it's done right, it's very difficult to defend. If you hide the ball properly and you execute your fakes with speed. If it's not, it's as ugly as you can imagine.
You talk about Doyle, you talk about Ross, the Chardon running game, obviously key, the big guys up front. Veteran crew, and certainly that bodes well.
Yeah, I mean, we look forward to running behind Hogan and Hochberg, and consider these guys have been with us for a long, long time, and we're very impressed with the play of our center, Evan Ray. He's a very tough kid. He's small, but he is very, very quick, and he's a great kid.
Both these teams 3-2 coming into tonight's game. Conference opener, what concerns you most about the North Rangers?
I think Godick is a concern from last year. I thought he was a great player then, and the quarterback, in the way you talk about our running backs, the way I look at their 6'5" laser-throwing quarterbacks, I don't remember a year coming over here where they didn't have somebody from trim all the way to this guy here that just doesn't stand there and throw lasers. So, yeah, it's a big concern because you can't just knock Godick down because you're in trouble if you do.
Coach, keys to a Chardon win tonight.
Well, we have to play great defense, and we have to know our assignments. We have to know our checks, and offensively, we have to move our feet. You know, these guys play. I think their defense is very good, and I think we have to play great football on both sides of the ball. And special teams have to be something where they're mistake-free.
Coach, good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
All right, Coach DePofi of the Chardon Hilltoppers. Let's go across the field. Jeff standing by with Coach Toth of the North Rangers.
Mark, thank you very much for joining us. As you mentioned, Eastlake North head coach Nick Toth. And, Coach, you've won your last two. How big is momentum winning those last two coming into this PAC opener with Chardon?
You know, it's all big. Anytime you win, you feel good about yourself. When you lose, you don't. So anytime you win a football game, it's good. And I don't even care who you're playing. You feel good about yourself when you win.
Before we break down Chardon and ask you about keys to a North Ranger victory, let's talk about the last couple of games. You guys have been able to run the football. You've been able to throw it. A couple of weeks ago, you unveiled a new wrinkle in this offense, but it's an offense that you had worked with last year and a little bit during the summer, but you unveiled it. And it's been pretty successful for you. It's opened up some things.
Well, we've always had the ability to do this, and we've always worked on it in the summertime. I don't want to give everybody the idea that we're going to throw it all over the place every time we're out here, but we're going to spread you out, and we're going to get Godek out in space a little bit, and we'll be from the gun a little bit. But we still can power the ball. The mistake we made earlier is I thought we might be able to bully our way into being 4-1 or 4-0, and we weren't able to do that. So, but we've worked on it for 2 summers in a row, and we think we got some kids that can do it, so we'll see what happens. You still got to block. You still got to tackle. All the offensive stuff is nice, but you got to tackle them, and they got to tackle us, so we'll see.
You had 3 consecutive second-place finishes in the PAC, and it's always come down to this first game, this lid lifter for the PAC. How difficult is it to come out right out in the chute and play Chardon right away?
Well, you got to, my belief is you got to beat everybody when you play them, and this happens to be our first PAC game, so you got to do that. Nobody remembers, though, we were the first team to beat them. We beat them right here on this field. It was their first PAC loss. And you're right, we finished second place 3 years in a row and had a couple down years, but the last couple we've been back, so we'll see. We got to play football. That's what we got to do, play football.
Bobby Doyle a few weeks ago had a 6-touchdown game. I think 3 touchdowns last week, and not so much him, but this quarterback is a concern too, isn't he?
Yeah, they're all concerned. You've coached at some time. You're not. I'm concerned about them people in the stand. These guys here, I'm concerned about everybody. If it's the kind of offense that you can overlook somebody, and I don't care if he's a real skilled kid, but if you overlook him and you don't put somebody on him, they can run the football. The quarterback is not quite what they had last year, but he's good enough to beat you. If we let him alone, he'll beat us.
Nick, let's talk keys for a North win offensively, and let's go to the other side of the ball. Keys defensively for you.
Well, key offensively is we've got to score more than them, and I'm a profound guy now. And defensively, we got to stop them. I mean, I never put numbers on anything. We want to walk away when it's over with more points than them. We certainly hope that Bobby Doyle doesn't get 6 touchdowns. If he gets 6 touchdowns, we're going to have a hard time winning the football game.
Nick Toth, head coach of the Eastlake North Rangers. That concludes the Muscle Chiropractic Center pregame show. When we come back, the opening kick, the starters, and the keys right after this. You're watching the Comcast Game of the Week, a presentation of Scholastic Sports. More after this timeout.
1962, Clark Automotive has been giving Northeast Ohio a wide selection of vehicles at the lowest price. Clark offers excellent value and quality service. Shop their huge selection for great deals on 05 and 06 Dodge vehicles. That's Clark Dodge, 7272 Minter Avenue. And Coach, keys to the game tonight, first off for the North Rangers.
Well, I think the first big thing is they have to eliminate the big play. They need to keep it a minimum of 2 of 30 yards plus. I think secondly, I think they have to control the line of scrimmage. They can't let Chardon just run roughshod. And secondly, third, they're going to have to win the turnover battle.
How about quickly for Chardon?
Chardon, because they're a running team, they're going to average on first down 5 yards, which allows them to do whatever they want on second. Field position, they want to win it through the kicking game. And on third, they want to eliminate the turnovers to 2 or less.
All right, tonight's kickoff brought to you by Clements Construction, quality home improvement specialist. Call Mike Clements for your remodeling or repair needs. Specializing in roofing, structural repair, gutters, and related services. That's Clements Construction. We are underway from Nick Carter Stadium. And here is Godek, 10, 15, 20. Look out. And Godek with a nice return all the way out to the 34-yard line. And that's where the North Rangers take over 1st and 10. And tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Mentor Kia, the fastest growing automobile company in the world. You've heard about Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, but stop by 9090 Mentor Avenue. Experience the Kia ride, style, and exceptional quality. Mentor Mitsubishi and Kia now selling new Kias for up to $10,000 less than the competition. That's Mentor Kia clearance event going on now, and there's a reason why they are number 1. So the Rangers come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. And here's a quick hitter, and the pass to the near side is going to be caught as Mike Taylor comes out to the near side for a gain of about 3 yards. That North Ranger offense, let's take a quick look at their starting lineup. and led by quarterback Mitch Weisbarth. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Godick in the backfield along with Thompson. The wideouts, Wright, Hillstrom, the tight end, Kalarick, Boggs, Thompson, Gladowski, Kukwa, and Schreiber up front. 2nd down and 7 as Eastlake North out of the shotgun. Here's Weisbarth to the far side. Demetrius Wright sidesteps one man and can't keep his balance. It'll be a loss of a yard in the play, and good defensive pressure there by that Chardon defense. And let's take a look at their starting lineup. That was John Micah there to make the tackle. It is Young, Dilly, Hogan, Renzi across the front. The linebackers, Lane, Sitkowski, Wedge, Petrov. The DBs are Micah, Dag, and Merkel. 3rd down and 7. Opening drive of the ball game here at Nick Carter Stadium. The pack opener as the Rangers and the Hilltoppers do battle.
It looks like they're playing man.
Here's a handoff. Godick. Godick sidesteps one tackler. He's out to the 42, but 2 yards short of the first down, and the Rangers will have to punt the football.
Well, one good thing is their ball's on about the 42-yard line. If they get a decent kick and good coverage, their field position will change, and then they'll have to play good defense.
Bobby Doyle back deep for the Hilltoppers. For Chardon, also John Schwab will kick the football for the North Rangers, and now we've got timeout, I believe, on Chardon. So the Hilltoppers take a timeout. Doyle, one of the more dangerous runners in the area, he's back deep for the Hilltoppers, along with number 28 of Chardon, that is Dan Dag, and Chardon should get pretty good field position. For the first time tonight, let's go down to about the 36-yard line. Here's Jeff Morgani.
Perfect autumnal night for football. No breeze, as we mentioned, and we saw North right away come out throwing. More of a horizontal passing game, getting their flankers, Taylor and also Wright, out in space, see if they can shake and bake and pick up some yardage. Rest assured they're going to go to a vertical passing game out of that spread formation. Back up top.
All right, thanks, Jeff. And Schwab will go back to punt the football inside his own 30. And as we mentioned, Doyle back deep, and now they switch. And we'll put Tyler Merkel back deep, and they await the kick inside their 25-yard line. Here's a high kick by Schwab, and it's going to be a fair catch. It's actually caught by number 28, Dan Dag, and that's where the Chardon Hilltoppers come out 1st and 10 on offense. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Hilltoppers. Brought to you by Menor Kia. John Ross Jr., the quarterback. Heck of a year so far. Bobby Doyle, Young, and Renzi in the backfield. Tierney, the wide receiver. Lane at tight end. Hogan, Consider, Ray Hochberg, 290 pounds at right guard, and Linville round out that offensive front for the Chardon Hilltoppers. Ross, 6'1", 175 at junior. 3 touchdown passes on the year. And here is a give. Here's Doyle to the right side. Follows his big front for about 7 yards on 1st down. While we got a moment, let's take a look at the North defense. They have Schreiber, Zupancic, Kalarick up front. The linebackers are Wright, Jelinek, Thompson, Gresh, Adams, Godick, Herder, and Santavica are the DBs. So big gain on 1st down, and that's what North can ill afford to do tonight. Here's Doyle in motion, and here is a handoff off the right side, and the fullback Renzi there for about a couple, but that's enough for a Chardon 1st down. And Coach, again, you get in that position where you're 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2. You know, obviously the momentum there for the Chardon Hilltoppers.
And that's the key. Chardon in the wing T, they want to average 5 or 6 yards on 1st down, and they're very effective at doing that. North has to make sure that they shut them down.
Oh my, Ross rolls out, and he's going to be buried in the backfield. A huge loss on the play. There defensively, Chris Kalarick for the North Rangers. Also coming in there, Demetrius Wright. And a huge loss of 11 in the play. And you see the replay, he never had a chance. Kalarick right there to grab him and drag him down, and Wright was there to clean up.
And that's the important thing. When you have your chances, you have to make the tackle. Kalarick made a great play there. Now it's 2nd and 21. This is what you want to put Chardon in, because they don't like to throw the football.
Well, out of the shotgun, Ross. Doyle in motion. Here's Ross, going to take it himself, and boy, he is hit and stood up there by number 44, Sean Jelinek of the North Rangers. gain is out to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up third and about 15.
And this is exactly where North wants to be. They want to put them in 3rd and 15 or 14 where they have to throw the ball. Chardon's not really comfortable throwing the ball.
Saw Jelinek put the helmet right into the chin of Ross. 3rd down, 8:15 to go first quarter. Ross, yep, little movement up front, but yep, they're going to stop the play.
Well, the
That
question
should move
is,
them the other way and make it a 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 15.
those are the mistakes you can't afford to make, because that just is like giving them an extra down. So now it's 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 14.
Mark Tromba, along with former North head coach Terry Hurley here at Nick Carter Stadium. Beautiful night, as Jeff mentioned, for football. Week 6, we've had some perfect weather for high school football. And here is Doyle to the right side. Doyle going to be hit, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be game tackled, and down he goes, well short of the first down. But the Hilltoppers tried once too many times to that right side of the offensive line behind Hochberg, the right guard, and it'll bring up a 4th and about 4. So the Rangers force a 3 and out, or make that second possession upcoming for the North Rangers, and they should get the football in decent fit. Now they're not going to have anybody back. They're going to go for it perhaps. Let's see what happens. Ross with Doyle in motion, and a quick kick, and he's going to dump it down the field inside the 10, inside the 5, and look at that. The Rangers get a big break.
Right
Just
to the
barely
goal
makes
line.
it into the end zone.
Well, they get it at the 20. That's good field position, because they were kicking from the 46-yard line. So North has reasonably good field position. Now they have to come out and they have to sustain a drive.
Well, the quarterback of the North Rangers, Mitch Weisbart, 36 of 66, 331 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Of course, their go-to guy on the ground is Rob Godick, 515 yards, 6 touchdowns, averaging 103 on the ground. And up the middle, look out. Nothing there at all for number 16 of the North Rangers, and that is Mike Taylor, who will come out of the ball game. A loss of a yard on the play, bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, Chardon's going to put heat on the quarterback, and they're going to play man in the secondary and not give him much time, so they can't run any deep patterns. They're going to have to run shallow patterns, dump the ball quick.
Godick, the lone setback for the Rangers. And here is Wright taking the ball, and lots of running room to the outside. Look out, he's down the sideline. They're going to be dragged down near midfield. Nice looking play by the Rangers. First big play of the ball game, and the first down for Eastlake North.
Chardon was fooled. They thought the fullback had the ball. He came off on scissors and took it wide and had a block. Almost broke it all the way.
So the Rangers, as you see the play, look at speed by Wright, who has 3 touchdowns on the year. He was trying to make it 4 on that particular play, and he was finally dragged down by Zach Wedge, who leads the team in tackles for the Hilltoppers. Here's Godick. Godick twists into Chardon territory and down at about the 47-yard line. So it'll be a gain of nearly 5 on first down.
And that's exactly what North wants to do, because now on 2nd and 5, they can either throw the ball if they care to, or they can run it. And it certainly gives you a lot of options when you're 2nd and 5 instead of 3rd and 5 or 2nd and 8 or 9.
2nd down for the Rangers. First time in Hilltopper territory. Here's Godick to the right side. Nice looking play there. In there defensively, Vince Sitkowski, the 6-foot junior linebacker of the Hilltoppers. They'll move him back a couple of yards, bring up 3rd down, and nearly 8 yards to go with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. You look at this North team, 3-2. They lost to Brush on opening weekend, 21-0. Beat Mid Park, 31-14. Lost to Mayfield, 20-0. Beat Lakeside, a pretty good Lakeside team, 27-21. And then no match as they beat Conneaut last week, 69-0. Here is Weisbarth under pressure, looks, nothing there. He throws on the run, incomplete. And on third down, the Hilltoppers hold. Good pressure there by Chardon, and there was Kevin Hogan, 6'4", 215, chasing down Weisbarth, and now Schwab will have to come out and punt the football away once again.
Very smart play by the quarterback. He had no place to go. He was outside the tackle box. He threw the ball beyond the line of scrimmage, saved him about 11-yard loss. Very smart.
Doyle back deep along with Dan Dagg for the Hilltoppers. And Schwab's kick is a wobbly kick out of bounds off the side of his foot. And let's see where the official spots the football. He's still moving and stops at about the 32-yard line. You see the shot from the Eastlake North sideline, and now the Hilltoppers come out 1st and 10. So what we thought was going to be a high-scoring game, and it still may be, so far nothing going either side offensively.
Both defenses are playing very well. The biggest play we've had is about 20 yards. They're doing just what they expected to do. Stay at home, play your defensive scheme, and then be patient.
Here's a give around the left side for the Hilltoppers. Number 26, Zach Wedge, and Wedge picks up the first down all the way out to the 47-yard line. Chardon's so dangerous on the ground. The quarterback, John Ross, a junior, as we mentioned, 3 touchdowns through the year, but he is their leading rusher. 526 yards, 5 touchdowns. Bobby Doyle gets all the ink. He's at 483 yards and 8 scores, but look out for Ross. He is certainly fits the mold of a John Bell that we saw last couple of years for the Hilltoppers. Here's Ross going to call his own number, and he crosses into North Territory and near another Chardon first down to about the 43.
They're so concerned with Bobby Doyle that when they fake it to Bobby Doyle, everybody just flies to Doyle, and then the quarterback pulls it and then just steps off tackle, and he's one step away from breaking it all the way.
Well, they do give him the first down. They move the chains as they wait for the chain gang to get set. 4:34 to go first quarter. Hilltoppers on the move, no score here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Ross turns, gives it to Wedge. Wedge turns it upfield. Wedge going to be brought down at about the 40. Nice tackle by the North Rangers, Scott Zupancic, and not before, though, a gain of about 5.
It's important that North tackles well because they're all within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. They cannot afford to make a mistake and miss a tackle, because if they do, there's nobody left but the goal line, and so they're going to take it to the house. So, again, it's very, very important that North makes every tackle when they're in position.
Ross, second down and about 6, gives it to Doyle. Doyle stutter step, and here he comes to the near side. He'll be a couple of yards short of the first down. This Chardon team 3-2 as well. And in week 1, they beat Medina Highland 48-3. In week 2, they lost to a very tough Kenston team, holding on that play. 21-7 loss to Kenston, only had 135 offensive yards. Beat Lakeside 47-28. Bobby Doyle in that game, 6 touchdowns. Then they lost to Massillon, one of the best teams in the state, if not the best team in the state. They're going to give Ignatius and all those teams down in Cincinnati and St. Ed's all they want this year, as they were losers there, 49-7, and then last week took out a little frustration on Geneva, 63-0, nearly 500 yards of offense. So that holding penalty moves the football back to the midfield stripe. It'll be second down and 17.
That's twice now Chardon's made a mistake when they've had a first down. It really hurts them.
Renzi in the backfield. Here's Doyle. Here's Ross going to take it himself. Ross fights his way down back into North Territory, down to about the 43. It'll set up a third down and about 10.
Well, this is a big play for North. They need to make sure that.
As you see, Ross he initiates the contact.
He certainly does. He's got good leg drive. They had him, and he pulled up, got an extra 3 or 4 yards.
Third down and a long 10 for the Hilltoppers. Ross in the shotgun. Here's an inside give. Look at this. Here's Zach Wedge. Wedge for the first down to the North 30-yard line.
And that's the key, and against the That's the key against the wing T. You have to stay at home. You can't chase. And they were chasing Doyle, and then he handed back on the inside handoff in reverse, and it was wide open. He took it for 11 yards.
1st and 10, Hilltoppers. 1st and 10, Jeff Morgani.
Mark, we saw similar plays last year and also the year before, that reverse inside handoff, and those were big breaking plays for them back up top.
Here's Doyle in the 3 in the clear, and he is going in. Touchdown for the Chardon Hilltoppers. He fumbled not before he crossed the goal line, and the Hilltoppers strike first from 30 yards out with 2:09 to go in the first quarter.
Bobby Doyle is really a fine running back. You give him a little daylight, and once he breaks the line of scrimmage, he's awfully tough to bring down.
And you see him there. There is nobody near him, and look at the speed on Doyle, and once he gets to the goal line, he coughed it up, but he was well into the end zone there. Extra point upcoming for the Hilltoppers. Alex Marcotte puts it up and puts it through. 7-0 Hilltoppers. We'll see if the North Rangers can answer right back, and they cannot fall behind by 14 and 20 points. You see this play by Doyle, the touchdown run once again.
Great blocking up front. They held their blocks, and then when Doyle gets a step or two, it's really tough to pull him down. He's got too much speed. He did turn it over, but he was in the end zone when he did. So now with North down 7, they need to somehow take this football now and become consistent and drive this football, because if they have to turn it back at 3 and out, it really makes it tough on their defense. Because Chardon has great speed, and they also have wonderful running backs, and they don't have to throw the football, and they don't intend to if you don't force them to.
Well, our first of many Indians updates, I'm sure, tonight is the Indians scoreless with the White Sox in the 3rd. Yankees and Red Sox 1-1. So, boy, with the Buckeyes and the Browns off this week,
the Indians
all the focus on baseball.
And this Indian team, they've just been playing marvelously. They've lost some close games, but I'll tell you what, they had a lot of no-names, but when they get between the lines, they're an outstanding team as a team, and their pitching has been phenomenal.
Marcotte will kick off for the Hilltoppers. And the Rangers look to get something done here. Godick at the 10. Godick, nice move to the inside, and he's still going. And he's out near the 36-yard line. Second nice return on the night for Godick, and the Rangers will start out. Of course, as you see the North helmet, no star on the side of the helmets this year.
Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning is. Maybe they just wanted to try to break tradition. I don't know, but that's a little unusual. Because as you look in the crowd here, all their hats and sweatshirts, they all have the star on it.
Yeah, the Rangers with the Cincinnati Bengal look. Here is Weisbarth to the left side, and he's being bounced around like a pinball, and he is ahead for a gain of maybe 2.
I'm a little surprised that they haven't come out in the spread and throw the ball around a little bit of vertical. They don't have to go 15 yards. Come down about 7 to 8 and either hit the slant, hit the out.
4 receivers set for the Rangers. 2nd down and 8. Weisbarth looks, throws deep down the field. It is going to be caught. Beautiful pass and catch. And the catch made by John Schwab all the way down to the Hilltopper 18-yard line.
That was great pass routes. They ran the up with the inside receiver, and they ran the drag with the outside receiver, and they decided to come up on the inside receiver, and he broke free, and the pass was thrown perfectly. He made a great catch.
First down for the Rangers. Here's Godick. Nice move. Look at the footwork by Godick to the outside. He's going in. Touchdown. What a play by Godick, the senior. And he was dead to right twice on that play and spun it to the outside. And We are an extra point away from being tied up with 1:01 to go in the first quarter.
Great drive by Eastlake North, and this Godick, he is amazing. They had him trapped. He hit and spun twice, then took it to the outside and was very, very, very good runner.
So the Rangers answer right back, Coach. That's certainly important.
It certainly is. In a game like this, they, as you said earlier, you can't afford to fall behind 14-0.
Jake Lewis adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So you see the North Rangers come right back, and here's the play. This is the big pass. Beautiful pass by Weisbarth. Nice catch on the fingertips. And Schwab brought down from behind, but that was a huge play to set up that touchdown by Godick.
Godick is a tough to bring down. He just will not go down, and he continues to move his feet, and he hits and spins. And you better have your head up, and you better wrap him up, or he's going to break your tackle.
Only took the Rangers a minute 8 to answer back that Chardon touchdown. And that's a little more like what we expected here tonight.
Exactly. We expected this to be a relatively high-scoring game, somewhere in the high 20s, maybe low 30s, and that still have plenty of time, and that could happen very, very easy. But a lot of great athletes on this football field tonight.
Oh, look at this. A quick onside kick here. The ball is loose, and I think the Hilltoppers recovered. Boy, look at that. Looked like the Rangers were huddling up, and they charged towards the football. They had an opportunity there and couldn't pull it off, though. Let's go downstairs. There's Jeff.
Mark, I'm doing game prep this week and talking to Chardon head coach Jim Topofi. He was concerned with the different looks defensively North was going to present, but on the other side of the football, he had some major concerns with the number of different formations that North has come out with the first 5 weeks of the season. It's taking its toll here on that last drive here for Chardon. Back up top.
And, Coach, we talked about it before the game. Chardon's defense really doesn't look at a lot of passing in practice. They just don't throw the football, and that time the Rangers burned him. Here's Doyle to the right side. A lot of running room, and he's going to be buried after a gain of about 12 yards.
And that's always tough on kids when they don't see a lot of passing in practice and during the week. Even though you do go through it, but you don't see it on a consistent basis, it's easy to get confused when they come out in a spread offense.
I get the impression we're going to see a lot of Bobby Doyle running the football.
Well, he got on the corner again that time. If the outside receiver would have blocked, he'd have been going again.
Here's Ross, going to try it to the near side. A lot of running room, and he is going to be brought down from behind by Wright, but not before another Chardon first down to the 35-yard line. They are chewing up big chunks of yardage here with 28 seconds to go in the quarter.
And one thing Chardon does, too, they take wide splits up front. And if you play a normal defense, they give you the blocking angles. And against the wing T, if you can get penetration, you can stop the wing T. But if you don't, it's really tough.
Would be the last play of the quarter. And here's Ross, fakes it to Doyle, and he's going to be dragged down by the ankles from behind, and that's going to do it for quarter number 1 here at Nick Carter Stadium. So the score after 1, it is Eastlake North 7 and the Chardon Hilltoppers 7. As both teams starting to heat things up offensively. North's touchdown set up on that 46-yard pass, and the Hilltoppers like to run the football, and they did so on their touchdown drive by Bobby Doyle in tonight's second quarter. Brought to you by the Kimberly Group, Prudential Select Properties. If you're thinking of selling your home or purchasing a new one, let the Kimberly Group do it for you. 440-266-5467. Also tonight's second quarter brought to you by Mama Roberto's Authentic Italian Restaurant, home of the Pizza King and the largest portions in Lake County. Mama's features house specialties, veal and chicken, as well as pasta, pizza, and calzones. Mama Roberto's can also cater your next event. That's Mama Roberto's, 8658 Menor Avenue in the Village Plaza. Boy, today, Rick and the gang gave us a little pasta, a little sausage, little peppers and onions, some bread, of course, and after that, I was ready to take a snooze at about 6:30.
Well, I'll tell you, their food is outstanding. If you've never tried it, you should try it, and you'll always go back. It's outstanding.
All right, 12 minutes up on the board. Second quarter just about set to get underway. Second down and 7 for the Hilltoppers. And here's a give around the left side, taking the football, number 25, Jake Young, and some pretty good defense there by the Rangers, forces a third down, third and about 5, maybe even 6 yards.
They did a nice job. Defensive end forced him wide and deep to get around the corner, and they came up. They were a little bit slow coming up, but they still came up on a good angle, and he made 4 yards.
Third down, and they will call it 6 yards to go for the Hilltoppers. Rense in the backfield. Here's Rense, takes it, and he is going down. Flag down the play as well. In there on the tackle for the North Rangers was number 59, and that would be Joe Shriver. But let's see what the penalty's all about. Rangers say it's against the Hilltoppers, and it will be a holding. So that'll move them back. Instead of being 4th and about 5, it's going to be a third down and close to 14 yards to go.
And those are the type of things that kill drives. It's the second holding penalty they've had, and they had the one quarterback loss, which threw them for about a 15-yard loss. So 3 bad plays make a huge difference.
Ross, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. Third and long. Looks. He throws deep over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. Doyle was well covered that time. And in there defensively for the Rangers, Erder and also Joe Adams. So the Hilltoppers face 4th down. And let's see what they elect to do here. As you see, Ross had plenty of time to throw. And he tried to squeeze that one in there, Coach, and good coverage there by the Rangers.
It was if 26, if he takes a little bit wider pattern, it's one-on-one. Unfortunately, they got too close to the middle.
Well, Ross probably going to quick kick it. Yep. And he squibs it down the field. Going to take a Hilltopper bounce. Look at that. Inside the 10, down to about the 7. And that's where the Rangers take over 1st and 10, 11-16 to go in the first half. Mark Trombo along with the coach, Terry Hurley, and Jeff Morganti will be by with the halftime report here at Nick Carter Stadium. Don't forget now, as tonight we begin the packed play in the conference, so you could join us next week. We'll bring you more Premier Athletic Conference football, the Civil War, one of the best rivalries around. The North Rangers will travel to Harry E. Winters Stadium to take on the Willoughby South Rebels, and that'll be our game of the week. And tough task for anybody to stop Deontay Odom, Justin McKissick, quarterback Dan Whalen. That's North and South. Next week, Comcast game of the week. Here's a pass deep down the field. It's going to be caught by Wright. Wright is off to the races. Right at the 10, the 5, touchdown.
94 yards.
94-yard touchdown. The Rangers take the lead 13-7. Wow.
What a great catch. They went up together. He just went up a little higher. He caught the ball, and then he...
Weisbarth, deep. Good coverage. Little underthrown, and Wright went up and got it. He took it right away from the Hilltoppers. Number 2, John Micah. And he was off to the races. As you see the Hilltoppers, Tyler Merkel trying to, in desperation, to get a paw on him, and here's the extra point that's up and good by Jake Lewis. 11:04 to go. Couple of big plays. The Rangers lead the Hilltoppers 14-7. Let's go downstairs. Here's Jeff.
Mark, we had Coach Toth on in our Comcast High School Football Monday night at the Avenue Grill Show, and I asked him specifically about being able to get Demetrius the ball in space, and we also mentioned earlier in our earlier update about not only the horizontal passing game out of spread, but the vertical passing game. Of course, the completion to John Schwab earlier, but you saw the arm, the perfect spiral throw to right, and Demetrius also on the track team. He's a sprinter, and you just saw lightning strike here at Nick Carter Stadium, back up top.
Yeah, 4th touchdown catch of the year for Wright. And for the quarterback, Mitch Weisbarth, his 3rd touchdown pass. And the Rangers, just like that, up 14-7.
And the ball was underthrown just a little bit, but he came back, went up, got it, and once he came down, there was nobody going to catch him because his speed was just too great. So here's a real important position for Chardon, they need to get field position back. They had it, and the big play certainly hurt.
Lewis to kick off for the Rangers. And a high pop-up kick. Going to be taken on the far side. And look out. Up the field comes Dan Dagg. And Dagg across midfield. And now a late flag. Late flag back near the Hilltopper bench about the 45. He crossed into North territory, but let's see what the penalty's all about. Now we've got 2 flags in the field. Now the officials will huddle up. I think they're deciding what to order at Mama Roberto's after the ball game.
I'll bet you're right.
Could it be the Big Mama? No. It's going to be face mask against the North Rangers. So it'll be a personal foul and tack on 15. And see if we can see it here, Coach. See Dagg up the middle. And yeah, there it is right there. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the tackle.
Looked like James Moore, the guilty party for the Rangers, and that's going to move the football inside the 35 to about the 33. Not a bad start to this drive as far as the field position goes.
Not at all, and particularly when you're down 7.
Ross on first down hands it off, and the big fullback Mike Renzi up the middle.
It certainly is nice to have the short field. They have a 33 yards to tie this thing up. It certainly makes it much easier.
Renzi, 6 foot 205, 7 yards on first down.
Well, this is a position Chardon always wants to be in. They want to have the short field because they love to run the football, and now they have second and short.
Ross under center. Ross hands it off. The left side of the field now is number 25, Jake Young. And very near first down. They're going to say he's about a yard short. So yard short of the first down.
And they're obviously in 4-down territory, so they have 2 to make 1. So they're not in any panic mode whatsoever. They've got the 2 downs, plenty of time on the clock, 9:54.
14-7 North on top of Chardon. The Hilltoppers on the move. Little movement up front now. Flags fly, and looks like this one's going to go up against the Chardon Hilltoppers. So instead of 3rd and 1, it's going to be 3rd and 6. You talked about it, Coach. Penalties and mistakes.
And that's the 4th time now on a drive. They've had a drive going, and they've made a mistake. And those are drive killers.
Well, the North Rangers, 14 unanswered points here to take the lead, and they're really jacked up right now. The Hilltoppers trying to answer back. Renzi, the lone setback. Double wing formation. Here's Doyle in motion. And there is nothing doing there for the Hilltoppers, as Young didn't find any running room around the left side. It'll bring up 4th down and about 7. So this North defense has been impressive so far here in the first half.
They sure have. They've done a nice job, and Chardon's helped them, but still, that's what good defense is. When you get a break, you need to take advantage of it, and they're doing that.
Down inside of 9 minutes. They're going to say it's 4th and 6, so let's see if they hit another quick kick or they're going to actually go for it. Looks like they're going to go. Ross under center. And there's a give to Doyle. Doyle cuts it back to the near side. Doyle is going to go down. I don't think he got there, Coach.
No, I think he's a yard short.
Yep. Nice job defensively for the Rangers. They'll turn it around on offense, leading at 14-7. And while they send the offense on the field, let's get it back downstairs. Here's Jeff.
Well, the defensive coaching staff, led by defensive coordinator George Beard's, constantly reminding this North defense down here from the sideline, watch the football, especially on the misdirection and this wing tee, and the intensity is really high for this football team right now. Back up top.
Well, they're doing very well. They get Chardon makes a mistake, and North takes advantage of it.
And look at this, Mike Taylor in at quarterback for Eastlake North. And it'll be a false start on the offense. So Rangers a little too excited there. Stops the clock at 8:39. Coach Toth, you see, debating that call.
Don't do that to me.
Well, Coach,
You have to remember.
you know the feeling.
That's right. Officials are never right. When you coach, officials are never right. Even though you know they're right, you don't want to admit that. So you argue a little bit, hoping to set yourself up for the next time. There's a chance of a penalty.
So it'll move them back to the 20-yard line, 1st and 15 for the North Rangers. Taylor in at quarterback. And here is the official stopped the, what is going on down there? The official bit on the fake apparently and thought the ball carrier was down, but the quarterback Taylor had the football and was never down.
Well, the problem is they lost sight of the ball, so as soon as officials lose sight of the ball, they blow it dead, unfortunately.
Well, that'll bring out the Boo Birds here at Nick Carter Stadium. As you see there, he was never down. Number 16 with the ball.
No.
Yep.
Unless they thought his forward momentum was stopped, that's why they blew the whistle.
I don't think they saw him. Here's Weisbarth rolling out right, throws. It's going to be caught. Kolarek with the football out to about the 30-yard line. That was very near a late hit there on the Hilltoppers. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. At least it's a manageable third down. 3rd and about 6 yards to go for the Rangers. Want to say hello to all our fans on GTV in the Chardon area as the Hilltoppers and the Rangers open up pack play here at Nick Carter Stadium.
I'm impressed with the North's offense. They're very, very patient, and that's what you have to be in a game like this.
Weisbarth out of the shotgun. Here's a handoff to Godek. Godek trying to follow his blockers, but he didn't get there. He's about a yard, maybe 2 short of the first down. And the Rangers will have to send on the punting unit. It will be 4th down. Clock rolling inside of 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Chardon 136 yards on the ground. They struck first in the first quarter, but the Rangers back-to-back scores lead it 14-7.
I can go do that. Can they pot it down in the truck?
And here's a kick by Schwab. A nice high kick and over the head of the Chardon back, and he'll watch it go inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. That time, Dan Dagg had no shot at catching that football. Sailed over his head. Nice kick by Schwab. So he had the big catch that set up the first touchdown for North, and now a big kick that will pin Chardon back deep in their own territory.
That's always the problem on the punt return, is to let the ball hit. When that happens, you lose field position. You don't have a chance of a run back, and it was a great kick, which is part of the problem and why he hit the ground. But unfortunately, it cost Chardon about 25 yards.
Ross out of the shotgun, stands inside his 5. And here's a handoff to the left side. Number 26 is Zach Wedge. And Wedge for a gain of nearly 8 yards on that play. Look at big number 71 of the Hilltoppers. Matt Hochberg, 6'2", 290 pounds, a senior.
He is a big young man, and he certainly gets movement up front. And that's part of why Chardon is so successful running the football, is they get great movement up front.
Ross out of the shotgun with Doyle in motion, and Ross calls his own number and up the gut for a first down, out to about the 21-yard line. So they'll move the chains, and Chardon moves out of the shadows of their own end zone, and a little breathing room now for the Hilltoppers, down 14-7.
Just a matter of, will they run out of, the clock is going to be their enemy. They're going to have to make some big plays. They can't afford 4 or 5 yards. The clock will run down on them.
And here is Ross, quick pop over the middle, man is open, and the catch is made, or did he drop it? I don't know if he had possession of that football. Well, that's a close play. They're going to say, I believe he caught the ball, and I think it was caught, by Zach Wedge. Boy, if we get another look at that one, I don't think he had possession. He was bobbling that when he came down. Let's see. No, he did not have that football.
No way.
So the Hilltoppers catch a big break.
They sure do. That ball was on the ground.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Here's Ross again, up the gut. Ross going to be grabbed from behind, but he is going to fight his way into North territory, and nearly 10 yards on that play will net another Chardon first down. Let's see if they move the chains.
Well, they haven't decided yet. They're still deciding. The clock's running.
Boy, Coach Toth not happy about that previous play where he dropped the ball.
First down.
First and 10, 5:06 to go in the first half. See the Hilltoppers right to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback John Ross. This is the spread wing T offense. Here's Ross to the near side. Ross, and he is going to be knocked out very near a late hit.
Good defense, though. They didn't chase the motion man. They stayed at home, and quarterback faked to the motion man and tried to come up the middle. They were right there, and he tried to go wide and had no place to go. Pushed him out of bounds.
Well, the Rangers have played pretty good defense here tonight. Let's see on 2nd down and 8 what the Hilltoppers have in mind. Doyle in motion. Here's Doyle to the left side. Look out, 40, 35, outside 30, 20. And he is going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown for the Hilltoppers, 44 yards. And this game is about to be tied after the PAT with 4:39 to go. But once again, the Hilltoppers run that wing T to perfection. You see Doyle.
He got the guard pulling out in front of him.
There's nobody even to hit.
Nope, and he makes one move. The defensive back misplays it.
And the extra point upcoming. And the kick is up. And Marcotte ties the game at 14. 4:39 to go here in the first half. Impressive drive there by Chardon, and another big play is Doyle ties up this game. Doyle's second touchdown of the night. And this one turning into a very entertaining football game.
Well, we got two good offenses, and the defenses of, if they make a mistake, both teams can score on any one play. There's a lot of weapons out there, so the key is when you get a chance to make the play, you have to make it. North defensive back had a chance, and he took the wrong angle, and when he did, Doyle made his cut because he's very elusive, and then he didn't even get a chance to slow him down.
Well, Doyle now with 10 rushing touchdowns on the year, second tonight as I mentioned. And we are tied at 14. And don't forget the Scholastic Sports Comcast Game of the Week, now available video on demand. Comcast digital cable subscribers can view our high school football telecast whenever they want and as many times as they want, pressing the on-demand button on the Comcast remote control. Once the on-demand screen appears, scroll down the screen using the down arrow on your remote until you come to your town. Press the OK button on your remote, and the rest is easy. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy high school football on Comcast. Odick back deep for the Rangers. Marcotte will tee it up for the Hilltoppers. And still plenty of time to go here in the second quarter. It's a short kick. Taylor going to take it. And Taylor going to go down. A vicious hit there by the Hilltoppers. And it looked to be number 95 on the tackle, and that is Alex Petroff, and he put a helmet in there. Big old 95, you see him there.
Alex Petroff's a sophomore. He went to Notre Dame. His brother went to Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, and his dad was our development director, and now he's at Chardon, going to be an outstanding athlete. He has a brother, too, a senior, who is now running.
Well, the Rangers coach still have plenty of time here. 4:31 to go, and here is Weisbarth. Takes off. He didn't see anything there, and he's going to gain 3 yards, but a late flag, and that could be a holding. So that could be a holding, and that could be coming back.
That certainly will be something that is a drive killer.
As you see the official make the call there, holding from the spot of the foul. Let's see where they put the football. And instead of 2nd and 7, It's going to be first down and, about 17 yards to go.
Still a lot of time on the clock, too, so now North's got to really use the clock to their advantage. Hopefully they can get a first down. If they can't, they want to use as much time as they possibly can.
And don't forget, you could watch tonight's game again Saturday noon, Sunday noon, and Monday at 8. Here's Weisbarth, hands it off to Godek, and that Chardon defense penetrated that time, and a whole lot of white jerseys standing in the way of the senior running back of the North Rangers, and it's going to be a loss on the play. It'll bring up second down and 18.
Well, North's bringing in their passing group, so it looks like they may just be in to throw the ball.
Next weekend, we got a pair of games for you. Not only the Civil War, North at South on Friday, got a Walsh and Lake Catholic on Saturday. And here's a handoff again to Godek, and the Hilltoppers nearly took the handoff. Petrov was in there.
They're getting great penetration, and penetration hurts any offense.
And let's see who else was in there for the Hilltoppers. I believe it was
Chardon took a timeout.
Number 50, Kevin Hogan. And the Hilltoppers see what's going on here. They pushed North back into a 3rd and 21 situation. Still 3:13, plenty of time to go in the first half. They hold here, they should get the ball in very nice field position.
And with a lot of time left, too. They're still going to be 2.5 minutes plus. So they're going to be fine. They just can't afford to let them make the big play here now. They're going to have to. And I would say they're going to put some heat on the quarterback. They're not going to let him stand back there because they don't have the speed to keep up.
As you see Coach Toth, a little monologue going on there between Coach Toth and the North Rangers. And another big pack game tonight at Madison, the Blue Streaks and the Willoughby South Rebels.
That should be an excellent football game. Two good teams, 5-0 and 4-1.
3rd down and 21. And here's the safe play. It's to Godek up the middle on a trap play, and nothing there. Petrov in there again to make the initial hit for the Hilltoppers. And with 3:08 to go, the Hilltoppers spent another timeout. They're going to get the football back in prime field position.
That's outstanding coaching. They save the clock, use their timeouts. They're only good.
Hey, you know, this Hilltopper team, they've spent all 3, so still plenty of time, even though they have no timeouts remaining.
They can always just ground the ball if they have to because they're a running team, so if they get 8 yards, they can just ground the ball, kill the clock, go back in, and then set up for their next play. So they have plenty of time.
One guy that was nearly in the North huddle, Jeff Morgani.
Well, real quick, North's going to run a play here. Obviously, they're going to go here, or actually punt on a 4th down situation. And I'll tell you what, Mark, come back down to me. I've got someone that's going to join us, our new principal here at North High School. We'll go back up top and send it back down.
Schwab at the 6-yard line, going to punt it away. Gets a kickoff. It's a lone liner, going to bounce, take a North roll, and taking the football for the Hilltoppers, number 28, Dan Dagg, and he's piled up at about the 40. And that's where the Hilltoppers take over 1st and 10. Let's go back to Jeff.
Thank you very much, Mark. We mentioned a few weeks ago when we were at South doing the Wycliffe South game, there were some changes in the school district, some teachers retiring, some people moving up to the board office. We interviewed Paul Lombardo, who was an assistant principal here, who's now the principal at South. Let's introduce you to the new North principal, Jeff Meddock, coming from Pymatuning Valley. And Mr. Meddock, how are things going so far here at North for you?
Very well. I'm very excited to be here. It's an excellent school system, excellent students, excellent staff. Basically, a lot of support from the administration and the school board and all the way up through the system, and that's why Willoughby is such a great school system.
We need to bring up, too, that Mr. Meddock was a former varsity basketball player and also varsity basketball coach. And, Jeff, how does being an administrator and basketball coach sort of coincide with one another?
I think actually they're very similar in the sense that you're leading a team and you're leading a school, or you're leading the student body. So coaching a school and coaching a team are very similar. A lot of the things from dealing with parents, from dealing with students, you have to do that when you're coaching, and you also have to as an administrator.
Okay, one more question. You brought a teammate with you from the Pymatuning Valley School District, and Michael Chauncey, your assistant principal. And how important is bringing someone with you to a new school district?
Well, Mike brings a lot of experience for us because he's been an administrator of the middle school principal for 4 years at Pymatuning Valley. So he's ran a whole building by himself of 500 students, didn't have an assistant principal. And Mark Bomier has been excellent to deal with. He's helped us along the way because we're new to the system. We have 2 new secretaries, so we have a lot of people that have helped us from the staff, and also Paul Lombardo has been excellent to deal with at South. So.
It's Jeff Meddock, the new principal here at Eastlake North. Jeff, good to see you. Back up top, Mark.
All right, 4th down upcoming for Chardon, and now the North Rangers going to spend a timeout. As on the first play, Godick tripped up Doyle for a 2-yard loss, and you saw the desperation heave there into the ground by Ross as he was chased and nearly sacked by Schwab. And now on 3rd down, nothing doing on the ground there. It's 4th and 10 from the 41-yard line, and Coach Toth now, and the Rangers will get the football back in decent field position.
That was good clock management because they knew where they stood. They knew that they had the timeouts, and Chardon didn't get the first down. They took the timeout. Now they'll get the punt return, and they'll still have almost 2 minutes left in the game, in the half. So great clock management by both coaches.
Hey, don't forget to stop up at the Avenue Grill and join Joe Longo and the group there at the Avenue as we are teaming up with them to bring you Scholastic Sports Comcast high school football Monday nights. Join Jeff at the Avenue Grill every Monday night. He'll talk to high school football area coaches and players, and Coach Duffy will be on hand to preview his team's upcoming game against these North Rangers. That'll be this coming Monday. The show's taped 7:30 to 8, aired on Channel 22 on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Here comes the rush, and the Hilltoppers get off the punt, and ball is going to bounce. So Taylor let it bounce, and that is going to take a huge Hilltopper roll, and I don't know if Coach Toth is happy that he let that thing bounce on the turf.
No, he should have called a fair catch, and they ended up with about 25 additional yards. Now it's just a matter of killing the clock. They don't want to take a chance and make a mistake down here with 2 minutes to go on their own 5-yard line or 6-yard line.
Playoff baseball, Coach. No score, Tribe and White Sox 5th inning. So Indians back to their usual with Kevin Millwood on the mound and not scoring any runs. And the Yankees trail Boston 2-1 at Fenway Park. And the Indians actually need New York to win.
Exactly. New York has to win, and the Indians need to win.
Wise Barth and the Rangers line it up. Not a lot of room to operate here. First down on their own 4. Here's Godick. Quick hitter off the right side. Falls forward to near the 9-yard line. So gain of about 5. North with 2 timeouts remaining. Can't imagine them using any timeouts unless they get a big hitter.
Exactly. They want the clock to run down. Now clock management's very important when you're on your own 5-yard line. Minute and 30-some seconds to go. They want this clock to run down as quickly as possible, so they want to use every last second of the clock.
Hilltoppers stack the line. Here's Godick going to try the outside. Sees some running room, and he's got the first down, and he gets by that Hilltopper right about the 23-yard line, and he may be off to the races, but nonetheless, he picks up a first down out to about the 23-yard line.
Now they're in position. If they want to throw the ball, they can. They're not worried so much.
Look at the instincts by Godick.
Oh, he's got great instincts.
Just runs through arm tackles and finally brought down by Sitkowski. And here's Weisbart to throw. Going to go deep down the field again, looking for right, and it's incomplete at about the 47. So that's going to stop the clock at 103. Good idea. That play worked for a touchdown earlier. And a touchdown of 94 yards.
It would have worked that time. Instead, though, he tried to cut to the inside of the defensive back. If he'd have stayed to the outside, he would have had a shot. They'd have gone up together again. But he broke off his pattern, and unfortunately, it went over his head.
Weisbarth hands it off. Here's Godick up the gut, and not much there. Maybe the 28. And the clock is inside of a minute, down to 56 seconds and counting. The Indians now trail 1-0 to the White Sox.
Well, we're going to have to do our Indian dance here to make sure that they start hitting the ball.
Yeah, well, the White Sox could be all loosey-goosey for this weekend because they've wrapped up the division. Not a whole lot of pressure on them. Down to 30 seconds, so it looks like Coach Toth and the Rangers trying to run out the clock, but look out, Godek to the outside. Godek had some room there for a moment out to the 40, and now a timeout for the Rangers with 23 left.
I thought he was going. I thought he had the angle if put on the Jets. I thought he would.
Well, he's got some speed.
Yes, he does.
You see the senior running back came into tonight's game averaging 103 on the ground and 6 touchdowns on the year. But Godek made it 7 touchdowns earlier in the first quarter, 18-yard score. Scoring in this one, in case you're just tuning in, Bobby Doyle, a 30-yard touchdown run with 2:09 to go in the first quarter. Made it 7-0 Hilltoppers. The Rangers came right back as Godek with an 18-yard score with a 1:01 to go. So that whole drive took a minute and 8, set up by a long 44-yard pass play from Weisbarth to Schwab. 7-7 our score at the end of one. In the second, Weisbarth a 94-yard connection to Demetrius Wright. And with 11:04 to go in the first half, it was 14-7. Bobby Doyle, his second touchdown of the night, tied it up at the 4:39 mark from 44 yards out. Here's a quick pass and a quick catch. Brendan Hillstrom made the catch, got out of bounds with 20 seconds to go. So the Rangers nearing midfield now. Maybe a couple of opportunities to go deep.
Yeah, I believe they will go deep. They have 20 seconds. Even if it's incomplete or if it's intercepted, they're still in good shape.
And they have one timeout remaining. Here's another quick hitter and out of bounds Hillstrom again. And he picks up the first down, only took 4 seconds off the clock. So
now Chardon has to be worried about the stop and go.
Coach Toth 10 yards out of the field trying to call the play. No need to rush. Clock is stopped. Godek in the backfield. And here's a pump fake. Weisbarth looks. He throws deep down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted. And the Hilltoppers will stop that drive by the North Rangers. Underthrown pass. And it looked like it was number 28 of the Hilltoppers, Dan Dagg, that picked it off. Tough to see if it was 28 or 26. But nonetheless, the Ranger drive stalls out. As you see, Weisbarth on the run, tough throw, and man was open.
Oh, wide open. He just couldn't get enough underneath, couldn't get enough air underneath it.
Yeah, it was 28, Dan Dagg. 5 seconds to go in the half. Hilltoppers with John Ross at the helm. Well, on the reverse, handed off here is Wedge. And he's going to go down, and that's going to mark the end of the first half here at Nick Carter Stadium. Mark Tromba along with Coach Hurley. And we are going to try to grab one of the coaches as they head off the field. It is Eastlake North 14, the Chardon Hilltoppers 14. Pretty good first half of football here at Nick Carter Stadium. Let's go downstairs. Here's Jeff with Coach Toth.
Coach, I'm sure you're extremely pleased with the first half.
I'm always happy with our kids. We always play hard. We got to stop them on defense. That's the name of the game. But I'm always happy with our kids.
They've had 2 big runs, but for the most part, you've contained them and shut them down defensively.
Yeah, we have to do a little bit better job. They got a couple easy ones. We got to fix one thing right now, and if we can do that, we're going to be in the football game. But I'm always happy with our kids. They always play hard.
Coach, best of luck second half.
Thank you.
Mark, back up top.
All right, Coach, you surprised that the Ranger defense has held this Chardon Hilltopper offense pretty much in check?
I am surprised. I thought Chardon's speed would be a little bit dominant in the game, and so far North's done an outstanding job. And on the 2 touchdown runs, they had a shot at Doyle, but they missed the tackle. And the key for them is they have to make the tackle when they're in position. They got to take the right angles, and if they do, they're in this ball game from now to the finish.
Well, you see the Hilltopper band ready to come out on the field here at the halftime score. The North Rangers 14, the Hilltoppers of Chardon 14. We will step aside, take a break, come back. Our halftime report upcoming with Jeff Morgani here on the Comcast Game of the Week.
as we mentioned, our score is 14-14 here in Premier Athletic Conference football action, and we want to tell you that there are many college coaches who can offer you the best educational, athletic, and financial aid opportunities, but they don't know who and where you are. College Prospects of America and Gary Kadow can help you with that process. Gary will create an academic and athletic profile, mail it directly to those coaches across the country, so you get that exposure. CPOA provides internet marketing, video enhancement services, direct fax service, and financial aid counseling. Hey, pick up the phone, give Gary a call at 350-1937, or visit his website at www.cpoacleveland.net. All right, let's pop up the numbers for you. Well, we told you how much Chardon likes to run the football. 211 yards for them in that first half. Bobby Doyle, 7 touches for 100 yards, pair of touchdowns. John Ross, the quarterback, 52 yards on the ground on 9 carries. Wedge, 44 yards for the Hilltoppers on 5 carries. Rushing yards for North, Rob Godick has 59 of the 89 yards. He has 12 carries in the ballgame. Mitch Weisbarth, 7 of 10. Pretty good night for him. 162 yards through the air. Of course, that 92-yard touchdown to Demetrius Wright. First downs favor Chardon. 9-5 turnovers. North turned it over 1 time. Penalties in the ballgame, just about even. 4 penalties for 35 yards for the Rangers, and the Hilltoppers 3 penalties for 25 yards. Second half action about to get underway, but let's tell you, we're bringing you more high school football in addition to what you see on Friday and Saturday nights. Join us for Comcast High School Football Monday night at the Avenue Grill. We talk high school football. We videotape that show, and we air that show later in the week. We will tell you that this week on Monday, October 3rd, head coach from North High School, Nick Toth, will join us. We'll recap the Chardon game. We'll look ahead at the North-South Civil War game. A week from tonight, that'll be an October 7th contest. We'll recap that. We'll look ahead, and we'll also talk to South head coach Matt Duffy. Also joining us because we've got 2 games next week. We've got Lake Catholic on October 8th. Lake Catholic hosting Walsh, so Mike Bell will join us as well. That is Comcast High School Football Monday night. Please stop by, check it out. Tennis has been great for that. We enjoy talking high school football. Second half action about to get underway. 14-14 our score. Chardon North. Let's send it back up top to the coach, Terry Hurley and Mark Tromba. Guys.
All right, thanks, Jeff. As the Hilltoppers and the Rangers tied at 14, we talked about before the break, Coach, about the defensive effort by the North Rangers against this Chardon offense, the potent offense. But I'll tell you what, you look at the North Ranger offense, they've outgained Chardon by 252 to 232, and that's surprising a little bit as well.
It is surprising, but I think the long play of 94 yards certainly makes a difference. But North has done very well. They clock management. They had poor field position at one time, and they drove the ball out. And they've done a very, very good job. And they would have made some. Chardon would have struggled a little bit if they'd have made the tackles on the 2 long runs on Bobby Doyle. So I guess they have to be very, very happy. Chardon probably is not quite as happy because they haven't broke as many big plays as they like. And they're a big play team, and North's done a great job of keeping them from breaking any more than the 2.
We heard Coach Toth with Jeff before he headed to the locker room. He needs to make one adjustment, and he feels that his football team will be in the ball game the rest of the way.
And I agree with them. I just think that they have to stay at home and play position football. They can't chase. If you chase against the wing T, you're going to take yourself out of position. It's going to create a big play. They need to stay at home. It's like playing defense against the wishbone. It's all position defense, and you have your keys, and you have to read it, and you have to be patient because the ball will come back to you if it goes away from you. So you just have to stay at home and not try to cross that field to make the play. And as soon as you do, they'll come back with either the counter or the scissors, and they'll break the big play on you.
Is that the adjustment you think he's alluding to?
That, and being sure that they take the right angles when they do break the line of scrimmage, because if they don't take the right angles, then it's a foot race because they're all within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage.
All right, you see the Rangers back on the football field for the 3rd quarter as the Hilltoppers have yet to make their appearance here to Nick Carter Stadium. The re-entry as we get set for the 3rd quarter action, which is brought to you by Titans Gym Fitness and Tanning. Open 24 hours. Titans features 21,000 feet of state-of-the-art equipment with free weights and machines and more than 21 cardio pieces. Titans offers group classes in spinning, yoga, and Titans also expanding to include a sprint track and a plyometric hallway. Train with the best, forget the rest. Titans Gym, 7655 Mentor Avenue, home of the champions. And also tonight's third quarter brought to you by Johnston's, an area Johnston's representatives, Bill James and Rich Kurbis. 45 years of combined experience working with local high school students, recognizing their accomplishments with class rings, graduation products like caps, gowns, and most importantly, their diploma. Visit johnston's.com or contact Bill or Rich for more information regarding your school. And of course, Rich Kurbis used to star at Willoughby South, and his son, the starting quarterback, as we saw a couple of weeks ago for the St. Ignatius Wildcats, as he carved up the Mentor Cardinals for 5 touchdowns on the night. And you see Weisbarth warming up with Wright. There's Taylor, and boy, big connection there with Weisbarth to Demetrius Wright. Highlighted that first half of the 94-yard touchdown pass, as the Hilltoppers nowhere to be found as of yet, and we're about 40 minutes away, or 40 seconds away, and here come the Hilltoppers finally back into Nick Carter Stadium. But 14-14 our halftime score, and Doyle with a couple of touchdown runs in the first half, but beyond that, the Hilltoppers have really been controlled by this Ranger defense.
They certainly have, and I'm very impressed with the Ranger defense. They're loading the outside to make sure that they can't get out, get wide, or get off tackle. And a couple times that they did, they scored. But all in all, the North defense has done a marvelous job. And if they can hold up this second half, this is going to be a barn burner. Probably the team that has the ball last is going to win this thing. So
well, the Rangers and the Hilltoppers will continue on. Don't forget, as Jeff mentioned before he sent it back up here, boy, we'll see this North Ranger team again next week. And we had the game last year, the Civil War, North and South. We had it right here at Eastlake North, as the Rebels came from 3 touchdowns down in the fourth quarter to force overtime. They won that game in the extra session. We'll see what happens next week at Harry E. Winter Stadium on the campus of Willoughby South High School. And that one, no matter what the records are, throw them out the window. Usually an awesome football game.
And it does. And it always seems that in that game, just a mistake or two changes the whole complexion of the game. And it doesn't matter whether you're undefeated or haven't won a game. If you get a couple breaks early, the game just changes, the momentum changes, and then it's certainly hard to get back. North had the momentum all last year for 3.5 quarters, and then they lost momentum, and South came back, scored 3 quick touchdowns in a matter of about 8 or 9 minutes, went into overtime and won it in overtime, and North just couldn't seem to get the momentum back.
And you see, that is our Comcast game of the week next Friday. We have games of the week next week, because we'll have Walsh at Lake Catholic on the Saturday contest, but a couple of great ball games. As you see, the Rangers huddled around the coaching staff. No star in the helmet, as you see. A lot of stars, though. Sort of like the Buckeyes, as Coach Toth heads back to the sideline, grabs that play card and glasses on. He's already planning for what the first play once his team gets the football back. As Taylor will kick it off for the Rangers. Indians still trailing 1-0, Coach, in the 6th, starting to get a little nervous.
I'll say, we have one of our old coaches here, too, from Eastlake North, Vic McIntyre, standing right to the right of us here. He coached a good number of years here.
Jake Lewis to kick off, and we are underway here in the third quarter. It is going to be taken to kind of a short kick. Pop up to the outside is number 28 of the Hilltoppers. Tough to see in that far side with those white jerseys. Dan Dagg, the return, out to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Hilltoppers take over 1st and 10. So Chardon being outgained tonight by the North Rangers. They struck first in that first quarter to take a 7-0 lead, but 14 unanswered points by the Rangers. And the Hilltoppers scored at the towards the end of the first half to tie it up, and Bobby Doyle, nothing there. Ball was loose and taken away as Sean Jelinek wrapped it up. Also there for the Rangers was Chris Kolarek. And I tell you what, Doyle stood up at the line and driven backwards, 2nd and 10.
Rangers doing a nice job. They're getting a little bit of penetration. They're staying at home, and they're tackling well right now.
Hilltoppers in that spread wing tee. Renzi in the backfield along with Doyle. Here's a handoff to Renzi, puts his head down for maybe 3. That'll bring him 3rd and 7. First minute of the third quarter. Mark Tromba along with Coach Terry Hurley. Jeff Morganti will be by after the game with our star of the game, winning coach.
This is perfect position for North. They want Chardon to be in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Because Chardon doesn't like to throw the football, so they put themselves in good position here.
Ross under center on 3rd down. Ross going to take it himself, and he is going to be flung to the turf. In there for the North Rangers was Joe Shriver. He didn't bite on the fake, Coach. He just wrapped up the Chardon quarterback and threw him down. 4th down, and the Hilltoppers 3 and out.
Great defense. They didn't fall for that trick of hiding the ball and just standing there and then breaking off. They tackled the quarterback and did a great job. They're going to have great field position now. As long as he fields the ball, he can't let it bounce.
Jake Young back to kick it away for the Hilltoppers. Stands inside his 20-yard line. And here comes the pressure. Pretty good kick. And Taylor going to take it at the 30. Up the near sideline. 35. Nice move. 40 and run out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. And the Rangers in prime field position to begin their first offensive possession of the third quarter.
Well, the Rangers came out to play the second half. They're primed. They got great field position. Now they have to take this and keep field position. Drive that football.
Rangers and Rebels next week. Right now the pack opener is in a very, very good ball game. 14-14. Weisbarth looks, throws far side right. Wright gets a good block to the outside, and that gap closed quickly. The speed of that Chardon linebacking core brings him down after a gain of only 1. Good idea, though.
Well, they're throwing about a 15 to 20-yard pass laterally, and Chardon has excellent speed in their linebackers, and they close quickly.
Wright this time will come to the near side, bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the near side, 4 receivers set all together. Weisbarth to throw, looks, fires, and it's going to be caught by Schwab at about the 49. Gain of 7, bring up 3rd and 3.
And that's exactly what they can do. They can throw that short 7, 8-yard out, and then eventually out and up, and eventually, like everybody else, they will bite on that out, and then the up will be there as long as he doesn't misthrow it.
Well, both these teams scored over 60 points last week in Week 5 wins. 14-14 as we speak. Here's Godek. First down North. He put his head down, and not only is he fast, he's powerful for his size, and he brings the ball down to the Chardon 45-yard line. Move the sticks.
Now they have great field position. Now they have to be just patient, no mistakes, and they'll be able to take and drive this ball, put it in either field goal position or take it in for a score. And you always want to play from ahead. You don't like to play from behind.
Weisbarth checks over that Chardon defense. Here's a handoff. Godek. Quick cuts. Look at that. 8 yards on first down.
They had a chance to make the tackle 2 yards deep, or 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he just made a quick step to his right, gained another 6 yards. He's tremendously quick for a young man who's only 170 pounds.
71 yards rushing for Godek. So far in the football game. Reminds me of Mike Phillip from Wycliffe a few years ago. About the same size, and boy, was he fast as well.
And tough. I mean, he gets hit, he spins.
Well, that time the Hilltoppers keying on him, and it's going to be a loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6. Well, that time the Rangers, they can, they're balanced. They can throw the football, they can run the football. And that certainly has helped them here tonight. In their touchdowns, they were able to throw the football, and here is a key third down. Ball spotted at the 40.
They're going to throw the quick 5-yard out.
Weisbart,
there it is.
First down, and Schwab has the football down to the 33-yard line. Quick hitter, you called it, Coach. And they'll move the sticks again. Well, Schwab instrumental tonight in the passing game as he set up that first touchdown with a 44-yard catch. And he comes out, but Rangers on the move.
Okay, they have that anytime they want it. The defensive back looks like he's about 5'7", and receivers 6'1", and he releases the ball very quickly, so he doesn't really have a chance to break on the ball.
Weisbart takes a look, fakes, rolls to his left, and now he's going to take it himself, and nice open field tackle. In there on the stop for the Hilltoppers, Randy Lane, number 43, with a nice stop there of the loss of 1, so it'll go as a sack, actually.
Well, they had a blocker there, but if he blocks, he's probably going to get a penalty for blocking in the back, so he had to just pull up.
That's
44.
Right. That's exactly right. As number 44, Sean Jelinek, had to pull back, or else it was going to be a flag. So it'll bring up second down. They get him back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll go as a no gain. 2nd and 10. Shotgun, Weisbart. Running out of time, going to run it. 30, gets a nice block. Wow. What a block there by Eastlake North. It was number 81, but he is not on the roster, so we'll have to get an updated number there. Just look at the block here, Coach.
Oh, I know.
You see Weisbart coming to the near side. Let's see if we get a shot of this. Boom.
Perfect.
Wow. And he laid out Randy Lane on that play. There it is. 81 just decleat. Took him right off his feet.
Great angle, got his head in front.
Close to the first down, they'll measure. Nice looking drive by the Rangers. 5:51 to go, third quarter. See it again. It is a first down. Watch this. Oh. Wow. That's a heck of a hit. And that nets the Rangers the first down. Right now, Coach, they have the Hilltoppers on their heels.
They do have them on their heels. Chardon's not sure whether they're going to run or throw, and they can't get to the quarterback.
Weisbart this time under center. Here's a hand to Wright. Wright didn't get a block there, and nice play defensively for the Hilltoppers. Vince Sitkowski, this 200-pound junior linebacker, makes the play after a gain of only 1.
Well, they're in good shape, though. They've got 3 to make 9 yards, so they're not in a panic mode. They're picking up good yardage. And their clock management has been very, very good. So they just need to be patient.
Godick in the backfield. Fake to him. Weisbart looks, throws, man open. Here's Kolarek inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. First and goal, Rangers.
Wonderful play. They brought Kolarek across, and the quarterback's nice, calm, came out and hit him perfect.
I'll tell you, Weisbart has been on the money in this drive.
Been outstanding.
Nice looking quarterback for the Rangers. First and goal. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Time-consuming drive for Eastlake North. Weisbart, the big 6'5" quarterback of the Rangers, hands it off to Godick. Godick inside the 5, down to the 3. Let's go downstairs. Here's Jeff.
All night, and Kolarek's got some great hands. He's a big target. He's tough to bring down. Back up top.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Second down and goal at the 3-yard line.
His dad, he's as big as his dad. His dad was a big man when he was in school here.
Now the Hilltoppers trying to find some answers. Second and goal from the 3 out of the shotgun. Here's a handoff to Godick to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown for the Rangers. They regain the lead with 4:18 to go. Godick's second touchdown of the night. And for Godick, his 8th touchdown of the year. 20-14 Rangers, as you see him plow his way up the middle, and the Rangers with the lead.
That's important now. They need to make this extra point, so they're got a touchdown extra point, doesn't put Chardon ahead. Good.
Here's the kick is up, and it is good. Jake Lewis gives the Rangers a 21-14 lead. And, well, I tell you, that was a beautiful, almost a perfect drive by the Rangers.
Sure was. No penalties, even though they had a few plays that they got 1 or no yards. They were just very, very patient and continued to drive the ball and then finally put it in. Now with 4:18 left, they're up 21-14.
And if you're Coach DePofi, the Hilltoppers need to answer, and they need to answer back right now.
Exactly.
Because all the momentum is on Eastlake North side.
And they don't want to have to throw the football, so they need to get a drive and get this thing tied up again, because the clock will be their enemy. And North has been very, very efficient offensively.
Say hello to all of our friends in Geauga County, GTV, watching tonight's game between the Hilltoppers and the Rangers. Lewis to kick off, and he pops it up. It's worked so far tonight. Here's a catch by Doyle. Doyle breaks out of a tackle down the sideline. He's still on the move. He's still loose out to midfield and into North territory at the 49.
And that's the thing. They had him trapped. They had him in their arms around him, but they didn't bring him down, and he gained about 22 more yards.
Hilltoppers needed a big play, and they got one. As you see, Doyle broke out of a tackle right there. They sealed him to the far side, and along the sideline he went, and he was one broken tackle away from perhaps going all the way.
He's tough to bring down. You better wrap him up.
I think it's Bobby Doyle time, and he takes the handoff, and he rumbles inside the 45 to about the 44. Gain of 5.
Well, that's exactly what Chardon wants. They always want to be in 2nd and 5 or less, because then they will dictate as what North will do defensively.
2nd down. Ross turns, hands it off to Doyle, the left side. Doyle breaks free, 1st down, and he's down to the 37-yard line. So Bobby Doyle right, Bobby Doyle left, 1st down Hilltoppers.
As a good football team Chardon is, they will come back and drive the football, and they're doing a good job right now. They got North on their heels now.
And guess who takes the handoff to the near side? Doyle, another big 1st down run for about 9.
Well, I don't know if what changes Chardon made from the time they took the ball the first time, but they certainly are opening some huge holes now against that North defense with it.
Go ahead, go.
I don't believe they're getting tired. It's just they're blocking better up front.
1st and 10, they give him a 1st down. And here is Renzi up the gut. Renzi for 5 tough yards down to the 20. Eastlake North after tonight, they'll go to Willoughby South, home for Madison, at Massillon, at Riverside. At Massillon, wow. At Riverside, the final 2 games on the road for Chardon. They, after tonight, will take on Lisbon Beaver at home, certainly a perennial power. Riverside at home, at Madison. And then Willoughby South comes to town. Here is Doyle to the right side, tripped up near the line, falls forward for a couple.
Probably the winner of this game, and then whoever, when they play South, are going to be determining factors in the PAC.
Absolutely. Here is a 3rd down and 3. 3rd down. That'll be a long 2, we'll call it.
Well, the North defense got to rise the occasion now. Somebody's got to come up with a play.
Renzi, the lone setback. And movement up front, and I think the Rangers jumped across, and that will net the Hilltoppers a 1st down. You see John Ross taking a look at the sideline, and Coach DePofi, yep, penalty on North. He's awaiting the next offensive play. So the Hilltoppers trying to answer right back. Minute 54 to go, third quarter. 21-14 Rangers. But the Hilltoppers have entered the red zone. And here is a reverse again. Doyle up the middle, 10-5, touchdown. Doyle, his third touchdown of the night. This one from 14 yards out, and with 1:39 to go. Here in the third quarter, we're an extra point away from being tied once again.
As all good football teams do, when they fall behind, they come back with the drive. They drove that ball 50 yards, put it in. Now we have a tie game.
There he is up the middle, and a lot of running room, and you're not going to stop Bobby Doyle with an ankle tackle. And here comes the extra point by Lewis. It's up, and it is good. So we were tied at 7. We were tied at 14. We are tied at 21. Doyle, 137 yards on the ground thus far, 3 touchdowns, and Doyle now with 11 on the season on the ground.
He certainly has great speed, and he makes one move, and if you miss him, it's he goes to the pay dirt. The kid is really a good football player. Excellent speed, great cutting ability, and he's a good-sized kid with good speed.
Yeah, you see Coach Toth, a little pep talk for his Rangers, and they will try to answer back. Well, it's a little too early, but the way this game is going, Coach, should I mention that O word?
Well, it could very well be, because both teams are very well balanced, and they're very evenly matched. So,
sure, the Yankees. One time we got to root for these bust outs, and it's 3-1 Boston. And the Indians continue to trail.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Not good. Rooting for the Yankees, it's hard. It's like rooting for the Steelers or the Wolverines. You know, it's not a good thing.
But you could root for the Wolverines if you'd like.
No. Sorry, Coach. And here is Marcotte with the kickoff. And here come the Rangers. A fumble on the play. Ball is still loose. Look out, this could be dangerous. And I think the Rangers did recover. Well, let's see. The Hilltoppers say it's their ball, but I think the Rangers popped back on top of it. Yep.
Wow.
Boy, dangerous play for number 16, Mike Taylor. And he...
I thought Chardon had it when he went in there, but I think it squirted out.
Boy, that was a dangerous play. So the Rangers will have it first down in their own 15. Look that he fumbled it forward, tried to pick it up, and boy, that darn thing is so hard to pick up sometimes, and he is lucky he got back on top of that football.
Yes, he did. He crawled to get it and made fortunate to get it back.
Here's Godek up the middle. He fumbled the football. It's picked up by the Hilltoppers. It's going to be a touchdown for Chardon as number 95, Alex Petrov, picked up the bouncing football and he rumbles it in. Touchdown, and the Hilltoppers, just like that, are back in front.
Boy, that's what kills momentum right there.
Watch this ball bounce right back up, right into the hands of Petrov. And he scores from 17 yards out. And now Old Mo is swung back toward the Hilltoppers.
He intercepted a pass against Massillon and took it in.
So the fumble, the Rangers fumble on back-to-back plays. The first one they recovered their own. That time Godek dropped the football and it bounced right into the arms of the awaiting Petrov, who rumbles into the end zone. And now Coach Toth calling his troops, the entire team, as you see, huddled around Coach Toth as they now trail 28-21.
This is really tough now. They have to really fight through this. Could have been 2 turnovers in 2 plays. So they need to regroup and relax, take a deep breath, get the ball, and now put on a sustained drive, because they're capable of putting on that sustained drive. They've showed it all night.
Well, Godek will have a chance to redeem himself here on the kickoff. The Hilltoppers lead by a touchdown. So back-to-back touchdowns here by the Hilltoppers in a span of 13 seconds.
Boy, those are momentum builders when you have 2 touchdowns in 13 seconds. Now the question is, how is North going to respond?
Well, coaches, as a coach yourself, what do you tell your kids after that? It's demoralizing to see the Hilltoppers score 2 touchdowns in 13 seconds.
Well, you just got to say that's part of this game. Just relax. Let's get the football. Let's get a sustained drive. You can't make it all up in one play. If it happens, that's great. But don't plan on that. Let's just take the ball, tuck it in, and let's get a sustained drive going. And they've proven it all night that they can drive the ball against Chardon.
Hilltoppers will kick it off. Marcotte down the middle. And here comes Taylor. 20-25 stumbles, and he's going to be brought down right at the 25. And the Hilltoppers are fired up. Rangers come out. Let's see if they have their heads down, or else are they going to do something about this 7-point deficit? Minute 21 to go, third quarter. Don't forget, after the game, Jeff will have the Musser Chiropractic Center post-game show. Winning coach and our star of the game, Weisbarth, out of the shotgun.
They can throw it to right there. They have that. Oh,
look at that. Right through the hands of Schwab. He turned his head to turn upfield before he had the football.
Those are the type of things. They just got to relax. Those kind of things. Don't play too fast. Let the game come to you. They're fun. They're still in good shape.
Weisbarth, 190 yards through the air so far. That should have been about 200 right there.
Right in his hands. Perfect throw.
There's another, same play, same result. Tell you what, the Rangers are coming unglued.
Unfortunately, that's what happens when you play a team like Chardon and a few things go bad against you. It seems like everything starts to go bad. And they just got to regroup. They can't let themselves get too unglued, because if they do this game, they could make it a rout.
3rd down and 10. Rangers with Weisbarth. They spread it out. Here's Weisbarth to throw. Pass is going to be caught, and it's going to be a first down for the Rangers. Huge play to stop the bleeding there, and that gets the Ranger fans back up and rolling.
Now they know they can move the football. They just relax. They got a lot of time, a whole quarter, a minute and 3 seconds in the third quarter, so they're in no hurry. They can throw the ball anytime they want to, because Chardon struggles in the secondary against the pass.
So Hillstrom with the catch, and pass is deflected on that particular play by the Hilltoppers. So Hillstrom, a couple of big plays in this game. That 3rd down reception, that D. Cleater block earlier in the game, and the Rangers now face 2nd and long once again. He's got 25 yards receiving, but none bigger than that 3rd down conversion.
They needed that, because they're struggling a little bit right now. They're getting unglued, but they're in good shape.
Here's a handoff. Godick, left side, maybe a yard. So that Hilltopper defense stiffening up, and we are down to 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
The good thing about North is they can throw the football. Quarterback's been right on the money all night, and so they know they can move the football. They just have to be sure to make the catch. Don't run before they catch it.
And looks like the Rangers going to let the third quarter clock expire, as they'll come to the sideline as we have 12 minutes to go in regulation in this football game. The Hilltoppers 14 points in a span of 13 seconds towards the latter part of this third quarter, and they lead heading into quarter number 4 by a score of 28-21. And tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by the North High Boosters. The Boosters' upcoming fundraising event is their reverse raffle, November 4th at the Croatian Lodge in Eastlake. Proceeds benefit the Scholarship Fund. You can get tickets for that event from any booster officer. The booster membership drive also underway. Please support their club by joining. Applications in the Booster Roost stand. A special thanks to Don Marlock and the North High Boosters for their support of Comcast Scholastic Sports High School Football. Also tonight's fourth quarter brought to you by American Midwest Mortgage and Brian Morganti. Brian, more than 500 loan programs available to fit your unique borrowing requirements. It'll guarantee the best rates and the lowest closing costs on the market today. Plus, all loan applicants receive a $300 Visa gift card during the Comcast Game of the Week season. Apply today with Brian Morganti, 440-796-3233. Third down and long. Here's Weisbarth, and he dumps it off. The catch is made. Is that a lineman? Yep, it is.
It is a
but
lineman.
it's going to be a flag on the Rangers. Catching the football for the North Rangers was Joe Shriver, and he took off. But this penalty going to bring it back. And that time, Weisbarth was under some serious heat while they figure this thing out. Tonight's fourth quarter also brought to you by Security Self-Storage. If you're feeling crowded in your home or office, Security Self-Storage can give you the space you need with door alarms, video surveillance, climate control, free use of their moving truck. Why store anywhere else? Call Security Self-Storage today for a free space consultation. Security Self-Storage, anything else is just space. And the penalty is on the North Rangers. They'll move them back, and they'll have to punt away the football. As you see, Weisbarth, he was getting some heat from the backside and just dumped it off. Good hands there by the big lineman Shriver of the North Rangers.
The thing you don't want to do is you don't want to catch it because you're an illegal receiver.
Coming on the heat that time for the Hilltoppers, number 50, Kevin Hogan. And now it'll be Schwab. He needs to get off a good punt here.
Well, field position's going to really hurt North now.
Here's a kick, and a pretty decent kick. It's going to go back to Bobby Doyle at the 41, 50, and just got tripped up into North territory at about the 47. So the Rangers will come out on defense, need a huge stop. The Hilltoppers smelling blood here in the fourth quarter, up 28-21.
They sure are, and this is key right now. North has to put a stop here. 3 and out, keep them out of the end zone, because the clock will be against them from here on out now. So they need to get a stop. Somehow, somebody's got to come up with a play.
Ross, here's that reverse again. Doyle up the middle. Doyle, maybe 5 yards up the middle. So the Hilltoppers start the drive in Ranger territory, leading 28-21. Doyle already 3 touchdowns on the night. Kodik with 2 touchdowns for the Rangers. As both these teams 3-2. And what a night so far for the pack opener. Hilltoppers 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff, and nice tackle, nice defensive effort there as Wedge got upended. And in there on the stop for the North Rangers, number 11, Ben Erter. As you see, nice technique there defensively on the tackle, and nothing doing there.
Wonderful tackle. Ben Erter. That Erter family, they've got a lot of athletes in that Erter family, and they've been around Eastlake North for a long time.
Timeout on the field now as Rangers will gather around Coach Toth. Timeout for the Chardon Hilltoppers. They lead it, as you see, 28-21. Comcast Game of the Week. Next week, doubleheader. And our first game on Friday night is the Civil War, and that'll be the North Rangers, the Willoughby South Rebels. Always a dandy. We'll be at Harry E. Winters Stadium on the campus of Willoughby South next Friday night. And then on Saturday, the Warriors of Walsh Jesuit take on the Lake Catholic Cougars. And a couple of great games next weekend here on Comcast. And we will be certainly thrilled to be there.
A lot of computer points in those 2 games next week to see who qualifies for the playoffs. So the winners of those games are certainly going to be right in the hunt for a playoff spot.
Third down, big third down right here. Third down, Hilltoppers, a long 4, ball spotted just about the 41-yard line. Ross takes a look over that Ranger defense. Doyle in motion, takes the handoff. Doyle puts his head down, and he is going to get the first down. Doyle twisted and fell forward across the 37 to about the 30. Now, look where they spot the football. They pull it back. It's going to be close. He was well beyond that first down marker. Apparently his knee touched down first. And now they eye it up. They're going to have to bring the chain gang out.
I think they're going to be a little short. About half a football short.
1-0 White Sox, 8th inning. Is anything ever easy?
Never.
With our sports teams? So the Indians, if they don't rally here for a win, as you see, it is a first down for the Hilltoppers, but if the Indians don't rally, and the Red Sox leading the Yankees 5-1 now, the Yankees and Red Sox would be tied atop the East, and the Indians would be a game back in the wild card chase. First down for the Hilltoppers. High snap. Here's Doyle around the right side. He's got running room. Look out. One man to beat and forget about it. Touchdown, Bobby Doyle. 4th time tonight, and it's now a 34-21 Chardon lead.
Well, that's...
Kid's amazing.
You have to wrap him up. They had a shot at him, and he went. If he cuts in the inside of the block, nobody touches him. He goes to the outside and still breaks the tackle. He takes it to the end zone.
37-yard touchdown, and the Hilltoppers 21 unanswered points. Marcotte to add the extra point. 10 minutes exactly to go in the 4th quarter, and the Rangers with a lot of work to do here as they trail it now 34-21. As you see, look at the running room there for Doyle. He had one man to beat, 2 blockers in front of him.
And he cuts to the outside against and still breaks the tackle.
Down the sideline, and Doyle is running wild here tonight. 184 yards for Doyle and 4 touchdowns.
And we have a whole quarter to go.
He has 12 on the year on the ground, 2 on the year through the year receiving. And the Rangers really, they came unglued, Coach, at the end of the 3rd quarter after they led this thing 21-14. A good kickoff return by Doyle set it up that score to make it 21-21, and then a fumble on the kickoff. The Rangers recovered, but the very next play, Godick fumbled, picked up by Petrov. He rumbled into the end zone from 17 yards out, and within 13 seconds, the Hilltoppers put 2 touchdowns on the board. And now they start the 4th quarter in style with a 37-yard Doyle touchdown run, and we stand at 34-21.
North really has to regroup now, and this will show their character. They've struggled here in the 3rd quarter and had a couple bad things happen to them, and now they're going to have to regroup, and they have to get a sustained drive going here, and somebody's going to have to come up with some plays. It's that simple.
35-21 Hilltoppers after the PAT. Here's the kick, and the Rangers need a good return here. Here's Taylor to the inside, to the outside, back to the inside to the 30-yard line. And if the Rangers are going to get back in this football game, they need to drive right here with 9:53 to go.
The clock is against them, but they still have time. They got to be patient. They have the opportunity, an onside kick if they could score. So there's a lot of time left in this football game, but they need a sustained drive here because they haven't been able to stop Chardon the last 3 times they've had the football, so they need to get a little momentum going here.
Weisbarth out of the shotgun, pump fake, looks deep, throws deep. It's going to be caught. It's caught, and a beautiful over-the-shoulder fingertip catch by Brendan Hillstrom. And the big gainer has the ball all the way down to the 35-yard line.
There's one thing North can do. They could throw that football.
35-yard completion. Look at the pass there by Weisbarth put it on the money into coverage, and a heck of a grab.
Catches it right over the outside shoulder. Perfect throw.
Well, one quick play, and look out. Here's a pass to the near side. Hillstrom again with the reception after a gain of about 5 yards, and now they're going to go to work through the air.
And they're most effective through the air, and then they could run Godick on the inside or off tackle, and it'll open Chardon up because now they're going to try to double cover the wideouts, and if they double cover the wideouts, that's one less player they have to worry about when they bring Godick up inside. Look at it, they're rushing 3 people.
And here's a give to Godip up the middle, and he is hit for a loss perhaps. In there first for the Hilltoppers, number 50, Kevin Hogan, 6'4", 215, a senior, second on the team in tackles. And that time he put the helmet in between the 3 and 0, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. So 3rd and 5, the Rangers got 2 downs to get 5 yards here. They need points. Weisbarth, near side, and nice defensive play. Hillstrom had it for a moment, but he had the ball knocked away by number 28, Dan Dagg, and 4th down upcoming for the Rangers.
Well, this is really a key play in this game right now because they need to sustain the ball because they haven't been able to stop Chardon. And if they don't get the 1st down, Chardon gets a football back.
As you saw in the replay, off the fingertips, big 4th down. Some of the Hilltopper fans rise to their feet. And here's Weisbarth rolling left. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down. Heck of a play by Petrov on the far side. Not only does Petrov pick up that fumble and rumble 17 yards for a touchdown, but a huge play on the far sideline to stop the Rangers on 4th down. But do I see a yellow hanky? What's the call? It looks like it's going to go against Chardon. What's the call? Holding defense. Big penalty.
Automatic 1st down for Eastlake North. If they needed something to get them a little momentum, and this may be the play.
Oh boy, that Chardon coaching staff is not at all happy with the call. Penalty will move it all the way down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Rangers. Rangers hustling to the line. Weisbarth. Quick hitter, here's Godick. Godick gets one block, but there are too many Hilltoppers there. He does fight back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Good idea, but the Hilltoppers didn't bite.
No, they got great quickness on the outside there, so when they see that ball fly out 18 yards, they're coming hard, and it's tough to hold the block that long.
4 receivers set as Weisbarth, 2nd down, looks, he is going to go down. A sack, ball pops loose. The sack as number 50 of the Hilltoppers once again there as Kevin Hogan came in nearly untouched and really tattooed Weisbarth all the way back to the 27. Look at that.
Boy,
he never had a chance.
It barely touched him.
And timeout for the Rangers. 7:56 to go. Their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. 35-21. And Coach Totha hot on the near side talking to his troops. Yeah, look at him. He is really animated there in the huddle, trying to get his team fired up. Boy, they led it 21-14 just before the end of the 3rd quarter.
13 seconds, they scored 14 points, and then in the next 3.5 minutes, they scored another touchdown. And here they are down 35-21. Trying to get a little fire under the North offense now because they're struggling. They're just not making the plays as they were earlier in the game. And, they need someone to come up now and make a play, but they got to give the quarterback a little bit of time, and that time he didn't have
Do you try to chew away a little of the 17 yards, maybe half of it, and then have a fourth down that's reasonable, or do you maybe go for the touchdown right here?
Well, I think they're going to go try to get half of it, because if they don't get it, then they got to get it all the next time.
Oh, a lot of running room. Look out, Weisbar, 20, 15, cuts inside the 10, first down. Boy, there was nobody home at all for the Hilltoppers.
Smart play. He took the ball, ran with it, got the first down. He throws it. He's not sure what's going to happen. Too many
things. Look at this. He took off. And there was nobody at home for Chardon. And he tried to cut it back at the 15.